Hello, this is wmpyr here to talk about the tomahawk. Okay, so first things first, the tomahawk is not your typical Filipino martial arts weapon. I have never heard of a tomahawk in Filipino martial arts. Maybe historically they had something similar. I wouldn't doubt it, okay? But it's not something that is commonly taught, okay? So from my point of view, coming from Filipino martial arts, and that's what I do, so I'm going to use this from the Filipino martial arts perspective because that's what I do. Why would I use it a different way, you know? Because that is what I'm good at, right? So the tomahawk to me is almost like an improvised weapon, all right? And the Filipino method, I want to help you guys understand, because if you just copy some tomahawk techniques, I don't know how much that's really going to help you. I feel like if you understand the method, that you're really going to understand how this works better for you using the Filipino martial arts way, okay? So number one is we learn the angles of attack with the sticks, right? So let me demonstrate that real quick. You guys have already seen it, but I'm actually going to hit the tire here, okay? So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So that's just one of many forms, but you saw me make contact there. The next thing is, I don't want you guys to immediately go from stick to tomahawk, but, and you definitely need to practice the sticks for sure. And if you could use a training tool, a tomahawk trainer, you know, very, very important. And if not, you got to make one. But, so I'm going to go ahead for demonstration purposes, go to the tomahawk here on the tire. And this is a real tomahawk. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exact same thing I did with the sticks, the same form, same techniques I did on the tire, okay? Next, let me go to machete. Oh, okay, so machete, same idea, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So same thing there. So what I did with the sticks, I translate to the tomahawk, translate to the machete, okay? And, you know, the important part there is to make your motions big. You want to think about power. Now, you don't need to go 110% because if you do that, you could hurt yourself. But you definitely want to put in the dynamic force. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going as hard as I can, but you can see I am putting the force in there, which forces me to work on my body mechanics, works on my grip. So those are the things that are important. So to work on the proper body mechanics, okay? And you want that with the machete, you want that with the tomahawk, and you want that with the stick. So that's why I always say to you guys, the first thing you should work on is power. Don't just do it like that, okay? Make sure you put in the full follow through, full range. You see, my whole body's being involved, and that'll teach you, once again, good body mechanics, all right? So now the next thing is, let's go to combat-wise. So combat-wise, now let me go to the knife, okay? So the knife is the same idea, angles of attack, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? So you saw the motion's a little bit more compact just because it's the knife. It's shorter, but you saw I'm still putting my whole body into it. But the next step is now what I call the microgrid. Okay, so the microgrid is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, So now everything's a lot more compact. We do the same with the stick. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's compact. Same with the machete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And of course the same with the tomahawk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Why? Why is this important? This is important because when you're training with something like this, not the big one, but this small tire that moves. Every time it moves around, where it's turning or coming forwards and back, that's a reaction from the opponent. Okay? So if I do the first form, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, look, 1, okay, it came back and it's turning. He's already done multiple moves, 1, before I do my second. He already came forward and attacked. So, you know, the way I would have to respond to that in real life is 1, and then here. I'm already dealing here, it's coming over here, he's turned. See, I have to read the opponent because I can't, unless my attacks are so strong that I could just ignore what he does and just do what I want, which is, that's a rare case. I have to deal with what he does, okay? Because if I ignore it, we're going to just trade. So I'm dealing with what he does. So to do that, now your motions have to be a lot more compact, okay? Like this. It's going to be compact. When I see the opportunity, then boom, I can come in with a lot more force, okay? But if I'm thinking I could just immediately do this the whole time, okay, that means that it's like me fighting and I'm just using haymakers the whole time. And I'm going to box someone and I'm just going to be throwing haymakers the entire time. Well, a lot of amateurs, beginners, they fight that way, okay? So the better guys, they're going to save the big, powerful move for the right time. And in the meantime, they're using more skill-based moves and open you up. And then the big ones come. But like I said in the beginning, you're going to learn the bigger moves first for proper body mechanics. And it's easier. It's easier to learn than something like this, okay? Because if you just do this, and you don't understand the body mechanics, then this is just your arm just tapping around, just flailing around like this, and that's it. It doesn't mean anything. But if you understand the body mechanics, and it comes from all this, then even if you do this, you know how to put the body in there anytime you want. And then you go back to smaller movements, like so. So I hope that helps. That's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.